This slideshow is about the first steps in a process of making a promotional video for the NIST Middle School Student Council. The Student Council is a group led by Mr. Andy Nightingale, in which a team of student leaders convey the voice of the students and make sure it is heard. They mainly work to organize NIST community events such as the MS Social and Spirit Day. Their primary aim is to promote student leadership in middle school and ensure that the students are the ones who are making the school a better place. First of all, I needed to do some primary and secondary research to see what I actually needed to include in my video. Let's begin with the main primary research I have done so far. My client is Mr. Andy, and he is looking for a short promotional video that shows new middle schoolers how beneficial being in the student council is. The video must emphasize how the STUC will promote student leadership and is directed mainly at Year 7s coming in from Year 6. The video could possibly include footage from STUC run activities and should be around 4 minutes long. Information about how the student council works is necessary and must be the main focus of the video. To achieve this, I could potentially include interviews of STUCO leaders who know what it's really like to be a student member, and I could also include fresher perspectives of the new recruits. They will give the main information in the video. I won't talk for so long, and when I am explaining what is being said, B-roll footage of the meetings can be shown to provide context and keep the audience engaged with action. One important piece of secondary research I needed to do was learn how to use the DSLR camera. I figured out how to attach the mic and use it in such a way that both the film and audio were good quality. I learned my skills from the internet and by talking to IT, who showed me many useful filming techniques and how to operate the camera in general. Another extremely important secondary research was finding out how to precisely edit the volume of music or voice tracks using GarageBand. This skill will be very important when making the video, as I intend to keep the music going for the sake of continuity. This can be done by clicking this button here. It shows 2 knobs and 3 lines connecting them. By clicking it, we get a new window on the track. This can be edited by clicking, and the knobs can be shifted by clicking and dragging. The lower the knob is, the lower the volume, as can be seen in the black drop-down menu. If you need to create a new knob to make it even more precise, one must right-click the line to create this new knob. If you would like a steeper gradient, that means that the volume will change very fast. Meanwhile, if you would like the volume to change slowly and be a more gradual change, then simply make the gradient less steep, and this will result in a smoother change of volume. Moving on, let's talk about specifications and what they are for this project. Specification 1. The video must be between 3 to 5 minutes long. This is important so that the audience doesn't get bored by a very long video. Short and tightly packed captures attention much better than a stretched out film that is thin on content. To achieve this, I must keep transitions short and I mustn't talk too much about irrelevant things. Rather, focusing on just including the client specifications and making it entertaining will be more useful. Specification 2. This video must obviously meet the client needs, since the client must be satisfied by the product. To do so, I need simply follow the instructions given in the interview. The video should also capture an audience's attention for the entire duration. To convey the message effectively, the audience must listen properly and be engaged. I must keep the content tightly packed and avoid having a lot of talking and add more action. Specification 4. The video must make the audience see the positive side to STUCO mainly and perhaps convince them to sign up. This is important as this is the main purpose of the video and the reason the client has requested the creation of the product. To do so, I need only follow the other specifications and any other suggestions given along the way by my mentor. Last but not least, the sound and image quality should not compromise the comprehensibility of the video. The audience needs to clearly hear the information being conveyed, as that is the point of the video, and bad sound quality will badly affect this. Pixelated video quality may put some people off watching it and they may lose interest. To achieve this, I need to use a proper microphone which will be attached to the DSLR when doing interviews, and I need to make sure to minimize the shaking and keep the camera at appropriate distances while filming. I have already experimented with the camera and have realized that using a tripod is a much better alternative to holding the camera. So far I've created a minimalistic draft storyboard that represents the collection of my ideas so far. I intend to begin with a B-roll montage showing the title. It will be a sort of stop motion that will include multiple cutscenes and will give an immediate context and some interesting footage that makes sense. Footage of the whole school or a drone view will not be appropriate because we're talking about a specific organization, not the whole school. This should take around 15 to 20 minutes. Next up, I intend to start to introduce the service group using my own voice and perhaps add relevant images or continuing B-roll. This would be nice. It would be nice if the B-roll could complement what I'm saying. However, this may not be possible. This is still focused on giving context and actually introducing what's being promoted in the video. This should take only around 30 to 40 seconds. Next up, I intend to transition to student interviews by introducing them. Filming student interviews on plain background will be helpful as I can list the key points in bold beside them using text on the video editor. I intend to interview the co-presidents first as they have the most experience and will be able to give a much more accurate overview of what the council is like. In total, this should take around 60 to 90 seconds. Of course, talking about the importance of STUCO at NIST and how their actions lead the school forward is imperative to the video. This helps to promote by emphasizing all the positive aspects, and this should only take around 30 to 40 seconds. Next up, we should show example of student leadership at activities using videos and photos. This shows the fruit of the student council's work. For example, the photos and videos could be from the MS Social or Spirit Day. This should only take 30 to 30 seconds maximum. To finish, I intend to summarize the benefits of the student council once more using my own voice and end with a message encouraging people to sign up. This shouldn't take too long, merely 20 seconds, and this will just be a summary to underline the purpose of the video. In total, my video should be no more than 4 minutes long if I can keep transitions less. Thank you.